Dessert for breakfast. It's allowed, and you're going to find out how in just a moment. Our next guest is not only a registered dietitian, but she's also a cookbook author. Her passion is transforming everyday veggies into delicious meals. And now Desiree Nielson is getting to share her plant-based recipes in a brand new cooking show. It's called The Urban Vegetarian. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
Let's show everybody a clip.
I so love spiralizing. It's fun to say and even more fun to do. I'm making sweet potato spiralized noodles with a basil cashew sauce. It's really easy to do. Just put your sweet potato into the spiralizer spikes and twirl.
So Desiree, I got a chance to try that recently with zucchini. It's kind of a cool, fun little gadget to use.
I love my spiralizer because texture is everything when it comes to vegetables, and it takes 30 seconds instead of chopping there for hours. 30 seconds, you have these beautiful noodles that are so delicious.
All right, we want to talk about breakfast for dessert. You had me at dessert. This is good for me. It also tastes great, and it's healthy.
And it kind of like hits all of those things because, you know, who doesn't love pudding? And if you're a fan of tapioca pudding, you'll be familiar with the texture of a chia pudding because chia seeds are like little sponges. They soak up liquid and they gel whatever you add them to.
Okay, so how do we make it?
It couldn't be simpler. So these are your chia seeds.
I don't need to grind them or do anything to them ahead of time?
No, whole as is. This takes 3 minutes, and if you do it overnight, then you have a beautiful breakfast the next morning or a healthy dessert whenever you want it.
Okay.
So if you want to add coconut milk.
Okay, and can you use other kinds of milk, or is coconut the best?
You can use whatever you like. Coconut milk has a lovely, I love the flavor with chia seeds, and it has nice fat, so it's a little bit more filling, richer.
Well, this was my question. What else are we putting in here while I ask you about, will this keep me full? Because that's a concern a lot of times with vegetarian meals is, where's the protein that's gonna keep me full all day?
Exactly, and you know, so there's a lot of soluble fiber, but also a lot of healthy fats and chia seeds that help to fill you up, and a little bit of protein. You might wanna add a few nuts on top maybe to add some extra protein, but it should keep most people full for most of the morning.
Okay, so coconut milk, chia seeds, and then?
Honey.
For some sweet?
Yeah, and you can do this to taste, you know, if you're a purist, it's just a little bit. If you like it a bit sweeter,
and
more dessert-like.
You shared with me a little secret earlier, and the secret is whisking and not stirring.
It is. So you really need to whisk it and whisk it up good.
Am I doing it right?
It's beautiful.
Do I need to do it more?
No, it's perfect.
This is about as fast as I go.
No, that speed is perfect. And the reason why is you're allowing the chia seeds to hydrate without clumping.
Right.
So it's going to keep it nice and smooth.
I really wish I'd done more workout segments on this show. Keep going. This is cinnamon.
This is cinnamon. So cinnamon, vanilla, and it's so versatile. If you love I love cardamom, you could put cardamom in. If you want to add a little bit of a fruit flavor, you could add a little bit of juice to it as well.
Ooh, nice.
And that's all you need to do. And then you pour it into your little dessert cups.
And you leave it like this.
Yeah,
Can I try some?
Please do.
Okay, I will. You've got another one for us. This is really great. You could serve this not only for dessert, but for breakfast too. See, I've wrecked your pretty display.
Well, it's meant to be eaten, right?
It is really good.
It's so delicious.
I bet you're going to love this.
Yeah.
All right.
This
next one.
This is a more classic dessert. I mean, you could eat it for breakfast if you want, but it's a little bit sweet. These are flourless chocolate cupcakes with a red velvet-inspired cream cheese icing. Because for me, if I'm going to eat a cupcake, it's all about the cream cheese icing.
And you said this is plant-based, so I'm interested now.
Yeah, it is. So the first ingredient, if you want to put that into the mixer, this is almond flour.
Okay.
We talked about keeping you full and being satisfied. Almond flour is such a great option because it isn't a regular flour. It's high in fiber and high in protein.
Is it gritty?
You know, it actually isn't gritty, and that's what's so surprising because some gluten-free flours like rice flour can have a little bit of grit to them. This comes off so smooth. It's a really lovely, almost sweet, neutral flavor.
Okay.
And crazy healthy for you. So next you want to put in the cocoa powder.
All right.
And this is where chocolate gets healthy.
Okay.
Cocoa powder is a source of antioxidants. You're not adding a whole bunch of extra sugar because it's not chocolate chips. A little bit of baking soda.
Okay.
Great, and then just a little pinch of salt.
All right.
And then we're gonna crack some eggs. I'll do the dirty work here, and then you can add those.
Okay, terrific.
So when you're making a flourless cake, one of the most important things is something to bind it. And so the eggs are really doing the work. That's why there's 4 eggs. They're adding a bit of protein.
I'm gonna help you out.
But they're binding as well, and so they're really gonna hold the cupcakes together beautifully, even though there's no gluten in the recipe.
Okay.
And I'll whisk if you wanna add my olive oil.
Okay.
And a little bit of water.
All right.
And some vanilla.
Okay, that's here.
And the sweetness is honey again. I try not to use refined sugars. Honey and maple syrup are so much more flavorful.
I love me some good maple syrup.
You're gonna get flavor.
Now, the concern always with like a vegetarian baking is that it's just not going to taste the same. It's not going to be as sweet. It's not going to be as moist.
But it is, and I think this is one of the things, everything is a language, you know? So learning to make vegetarian food or even vegan food, it's all about kind of learning the language of what adds the body, what adds the protein.
All right, I'm going to take a bite of this because the proof is in the pudding or in the cupcake.
It really is.
As we're about to find out. And it's really good. You could serve this for breakfast. I'd eat it for breakfast.
You could serve it for breakfast. It would be a treat breakfast, perfect for brunch.
So good to have you here. Please come back anytime. You can find all of these recipes on our Your Morning website, yourmorning.ca. Also, don't forget to tune in to The Urban Vegetarian. It airs every Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern, so tonight on Gusto.